Hey, welcome to Cultivate TV. Thanks for joining us tonight for another live broadcast. We're going to share with you tonight some of our favorite books, that we've read or have read, or even the ones that we haven't read yet that we want to read, some good leadership books. So without any further ado, let's get started. One of our favorite books that we've read is Inside the Magic Kingdom, 7 Keys to Disney Success. This has been one of the best leadership books, the best organizational books that I've really ever read. It's changed. I read it a couple years ago. It's changed really the way I thought about organization, the way I thought about excellence, putting your best step forward. If you think you're doing a good job at what you do, really read the book and think about the principles and how they just go the extra mile in everything that they do. And it really will change the way you think about what you do in every day, your excellence and your best step forward with everything. So again, Inside the Magic Kingdom by Tom Kennellan. A great book, great resource. One of my favorite all-time leadership books is Developing the Leader Within You, John Maxwell. Of course, all of his leadership books are good. He's got a bunch, but this is really one of my favorite. It's a good resource, and it's a good equipper for leadership qualities, leadership capabilities. Another great book for small groups. We've got 2 of them here for small groups. One is the Small Group book by Dale Galloway. Dale Galloway has pastored a large church, a successful church out in Oregon, and has done a great job in his church and has developed a small group system that works really good, and he lays down the principles really well in this book. Another small group book you can get is Activate. Now, this is a newer book, and newer principles, newer idea, and it says it's an entirely new approach to small groups by Nelson Searcy and Kendrick Thomas. They pastor the Journey Church up in New York. They've really done a good job with the book. As a matter of fact, our local church here in Gulf Shores is going to be doing the system that they use in this book and that they use at Journey Church. We've started it and developing it. It's really working well with our church. They really lay down the principles really well. It's really easy to read. It's really easy to understand and apply to what you're trying to do. So again, those are 2 good small group books if you're into small group development or if you lead a small group. Another good book we've read is Simple Church by Tom Rainer and Eric Geiger. Great book. Talks about getting rid of the fluff, getting rid of all the stuff that's really not important in our churches, and getting down to business, getting down to what works, the nuts and bolts of really what the gospel's about, and really what growing church is about. So, a great book, Simple Church. Another one by Tom Rainer is Surprising Insights from the Unchurched. He goes out and he's surveyed just tons and tons and hundreds of unchurched people, and it's really surprising. Again, per the title, it's really surprising what we find out in the book. A lot of good statistics, a great resource for pastors, a great resource for preachers, a great resource for church members as a whole to really change the way we think about evangelism and the fears that we have about sharing our faith with unbelievers. So another good book. One of my favorites again is It by Craig Rochelle. Of course, he's a lead pastor at livechurch.tv. He's done a great job. He usually does a great job with writing, but he's done an awesome job with It, how churches and leaders can get it and keep it. He shares a lot of his story behind Life Church, their successes and failures, and the things that maybe he thought that when they thought they had it and they didn't, or what they thought something would work and it didn't. And it really has a lot to do with our confidence in our church and our confidence in our ministry. So a great book if you're into resources, if you like leadership books, that's a great one. Another one for developing team. This is really one of the best books I've found for developing our teams. Is Fish. It's not necessarily a Christian book written by a Christian author that I know of, but it's a remarkable way to boost morale and improve results in teamwork and in our team as a whole. Another one of my favorite books that I'm reading right now is Less Clutter, Less Noise by Kim Meyer. She really is an awesome writer. It's a little bit different book. It's more of like you're having a conversation with her, kind of sporadic, but man, it's got some great ideas. Anywhere from making our bulletins more effective at church, brochures, advertisements, websites. Really, there's all kinds of information in the book, all the way down to just how we communicate verbally, getting rid of all the fluff and getting rid of all the stuff that we really don't need, and making sure that we communicate well. So another great book by Kim Meyer. It's a good book, Less Clutter, Less Noise. Again, another favorite book is Go Big. This is really one of my favorites that I've read so far this year. It's an awesome book. I really got excited about this book, telling everybody about it, trying to get everybody to read it. That's leading a church or pastoring a church. Great ideas in this book to lead to explosive growth in your church and really reach people with the gospel and grow the kingdom. So Go Big, Bill Eason, Bill Cornelius, man, they did a fantastic job writing this book. Again, talking about growing church and growing our ministries. Another good book is Starting a New Church by Ralph Moore. Ralph Moore is the founder of the Hope Church movement out in California and Hawaii. Has done an awesome job planting churches. Has planted hundreds of churches. Just a seasoned veteran in ministry and in planting churches. Is just a genius at what he does, and has offered great insights in this book. So if you're starting a ministry or planning a ministry or planning on it or have a ministry now, it's just a good book to read, a great resource to learn from. Some of our books, some of the favorite books that I've got that I haven't read yet that I'm in the process of reading. One is Killing Cockroaches by Tony Morgan. It's supposed to be a great leadership book. Another one is Mad Church Disease by Ann Jackson. I'm definitely going to read this one. This book covers a lot of burnout issues in church and in pastors, why we get burnt out and overload ourselves, and how it really is like a mad church disease in ministry. And you guys in ministry know what I'm talking about. We've got such a love for what we do, and it's really easy to overload ourselves and overdo ourselves and find ourselves kind of burn out from the things that we love. So a great resource, a great tool that we can use to maybe change our mindset on those things. One thing is True North, another book by Bill George. Bill George is a giant in ministry, a very down-to-earth guy. He's a good writer. His books are usually tremendously helpful. Another one, finally, is Tribes by Seth Godin. Seth's work's always helpful. He's a great writer, easy reads, and always very insightful and profound in his writing. So, again, grab some of these books and get your hands on them, leaders or readers. It's always good to get new insights and get new ideas and stretch ourselves to become a better us. So especially, become better what God created us to do. So again, thanks for joining us tonight at Cultivate TV. You can get the complete list of the books we talked about tonight and even a larger list of other books on the website at www.getcultivated.com. Thanks again for joining us.